Since Batman's first appearance many moons ago in Detective Comics issue number 22, there have been numerous rogues trying to take down Gotham's finest. From Joe Chill to Polka Dot Man, we've seen quite a few players come and go.
And along the way, we've also met some amazing supporting characters as well.
Last week, Keegan was breaking down our top 10 newest Batman characters that you need to know.
And of course, as you click this video, a part 2 was naturally in order. You know why you're here. I'm Taylor McWaters.
And I'm Amanda McKnight, and here are the top 10 newest Batman characters you need to know, part 2.
Bam. Kicking off the list at number 10, the Designer. Appearing for the first time in Batman Volume 3, Issue 89 in April 2020, the Designer was this masked criminal mastermind who at the age of 60, he earned himself legendary status for being able to execute these master plans. He also created this chemical that allowed himself to use corpses to move around and carry out said plans. Yuck. Zombie mind control army. You'll love to see it. Early on in Batman's career, the Designer watched him work. He watched him spoil the plans of Gotham's enemies, so he approached a few of them to talk. He sought out Catwoman, the Joker, Penguin, and the Riddler, and they all met at his hideout, the Tartarus House, just right outside of Gotham City. He offered them infallible plans, but when it came down to the Joker's desires, well, the Joker wanted his job. He wanted to take his place, of course. So the Designer ordered that undead army to attack, but Joker shot him, supposedly ending his life. Now cut to Batman Volume 3, Issue 85, the Designer returns, only Batman finds out that it's just another corpse being controlled by the Joker. Got him.
Number 9. Icon. Icon is not a living organic character, but is an AI character who was created by Ghostmaker. Icon was created to help Ghostmaker and sometimes act as his moral compass or even kind of his survival instincts, as Ghostmaker is a psychopath who as such is completely fearless, meaning that he often struggles with both of these important emotional components and traits. Icon acts similarly to Tony Stark's AI in the MCU, Jarvis, and helps Ghostmaker with calculation, strategy, and perspective on missions. Also, for those of you that are like, Jarvis is actually Tony Stark's butler in the comics, yes, I also know that too, but in the MCU, it's an AI. Icon also appears as a little blue ghost emote like the ghost emoji on your phone or little ghosties seen in Pac-Man. Basically, I'm a big Icon fan. Every time there's more Ghostmaker stories, I'm like, this character is great. More Ghostmaker, more Icon.
Number 8, the Underbroker. Making his first appearance in Batman Volume 3, Issue 92, just last August, the Underbroker, aka Harlan Graves, he was a senior partner at the firm Graves, Willock, and Crane. Harlan's job was to run a financial institute for criminals. He runs a bank for evil guys, so you know he's gonna be dressed to the nines. He's brilliant. I mean, the guy should have gone into crypto. He takes all these crooks, he takes their money, and then he transfers it and hides it in all these hedge funds, literally in the richest pockets. He's managed to keep this business a secret from Batman, but when Catwoman caught up to him, she asked if he wanted his safe numbers said out loud in front of others. He says, no. And then she asks again if he wants Batman sniffing around the underbrokerage, and he repeats, no. But he offers to make her rich if she spared him. How do you resist that? Come on. I wonder if he can settle my student loans. Might have to take a trip into the Gotham sewers, see what's up.
Number 7. Master Wyze. While Miracle Molly and Squeak might have been more prominently featured in the latest issues of Batman as we've come to know the Unsanity Collective, Master Wyze is in essence their leader. The Unsanity Collective is all about exposing and reversing the sanity of Gotham, including the sanity its members see in everyday people who they see as kinda being sheep, not questioning the status quo, and even in vigilantes. I mean, probably especially in vigilantes. Vigilantes are pretty insane, I think we can all agree. Master Wyze and the Unsanity Collective give those who seek to join them a fresh start and clear mind by seemingly removing their history and previous memories. By seemingly removing their history and memories of their previous life, allowing them to take up a new identity as an active member of the collective, which is kinda like a commune, who as a group take care of one another.
Number 6, the Talon in the Court of Owls. The Court of Owls seems to be part of Matt Reeves' upcoming Batman flick in one way or another, so we'd figure we'd get you caught up to them right now. They were created by Scott Snyder as this new secret society that uses architecture and violence to gain political influence over time. My two favorite things. Nice, they go together. They appear for the first time in Batman Volume 2 Issue 2 when Bruce announces plans to rebuild Gotham for the better. The court can't have this happen, so he's sentenced to death, with the Talon setting his sights on Bruce. The Talon attempts to take out Bruce atop Wayne Tower while he was meeting with politician Lincoln March. Batman investigates and finds a that these guys have been around for quite some time. He discovers that the Court of Owls had secret headquarters and hidden rooms in every single building established by the Alan Wayne Trust. So Bruce remembers back when he was a child, and he believes that the Court of Owls are in fact responsible for his parents this whole time. The Talon is an assassin named William Cobb. He proudly claims to have taken out several members of the Wayne family. Do you think the Talon will make an appearance in the new Batman movie? I'm not gonna lie, we see the Riddler in the trailer for Matt Reeves' Batman, but it does kind of look like the Talon a little bit. I don't know, we could be getting fooled. We also see an owl on the Riddler's card, so maybe we're just getting more than we think.
Number 5. Madame Midas. Madame Midas is known for being the richest woman on the earth and appears to be covered head to toe in gold. At least that's what it looks like to me in the comics. She's very shiny. A criminal and supervillain, she is an arch nemesis of Ghostmaker's who is prominently featured in his own flashback stories included in the last few issues of the current 2016 Batman series, starting in issue 107. Madame Midas is the current big bad he is up against and looking to take Ghostmaker down in the story, which had its penultimate chapter in issue 111 of Batman, and will have its conclusion told in Batman's 2021 annual issue in November, which I'm super hyped for. Madame Midas awaits Ghostmaker at the top of her tower on a secluded island that he has infiltrated. She has brought together his former enemies as her last line of defense, and in hopes to learn of a way to defeat him. But so far, it's not looking very good for Madame Midas, as Ghostmaker seems to be a step ahead of her at every turn. And friends, before we move on to the next spot, if you are loving this video and you want more Batman videos, which honestly Batman is so good right now, I'd love to talk more about Batman, be sure to let us know by giving this video a thumbs up.
Number 4. Red Tool. Wayne Wilkins, Red Tool. This sounds familiar already. Okay. Red Tool made his first appearance in Harley Quinn Volume 2. When Wayne first met Harley, it was love at first sniff. Yeah, Harley was under the influence of these berries that make anybody who smell her fall dearly in love with her. Red Tool also isn't the only one falling under that spell. So what does he do? He fights everybody else who has. He even loses an arm and becomes a cripple during this. He's kind of seen as a joke villain. Obviously he's similar to Deadpool in design and character, but he's actually pretty badass. At one point, Red Tool kidnaps Harley at a roller derby match using sleep gas and then takes her to the top of a Ferris wheel because, romance. Up there he explains his origin story to Harley, but she's not interested yet. She gets home and sees that he's left her his number and a red hammer. This number is a message explaining that she has to meet him at a local church where he's of course kidnapped enough members for a wedding, which obviously doesn't go well.
Number 3. Mayor Nakkano. Mayor Nakkano was once one of the few honest members of the Gotham City Police Department. Prior to becoming mayor, he was a police officer on the GCPD force, but after the events of Joker War was elected as mayor of Gotham. Mayor Nakkano is very important considering that he is the mayor of Gotham and ultimately decides on many policies and programs that could affect the city. He detests masks of any kind, seeing both vigilantes and villains as threats to Gotham and its citizens' safety. Due to the machinations of Simon Saint and Scarecrow, he ended up being pressured into initiating the Magistrate program of Saint Industries, which we know is a road that could potentially lead to a militarized city-state-like cyberpunk-esque future that we saw for Gotham in Future State. I mean, I guess you know that if you read Future State, which if you haven't read any of the Future State stuff, go read some of it. It was pretty cool. Also, the colors are really nice, I just gotta say.
Number 2. Astrid Arkham. Making her first appearance with Detective Comics number 1000, Astrid Arkham was born in, well, Arkham Asylum. Both of her parents were doctors working there. Her mother, Ingrid Carlson, was loved in the asylum, even by the Joker. Her father, Jeremiah Arkham, was a descendant of Arkham Asylum's founder, Amadeus Arkham. So they were Arkham OGs. Now, when Ingrid was pregnant with Astrid, a riot popped off in usual Arkham form. An amazing moment to see here, weirdly, because all these supervillains were now protecting Ingrid while she went into labor. I'm talking Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, the Joker, Solomon Grundy, and Clayface. What a moment. Now, right after she gave birth, a rogue Batarang slipped by, and that was sadly the last of Ingrid. So now her father had to raise the child alone. She was homeschooled in Arkham and even became friends with all of these inmates. They felt like they owed her mother their kindness at least. She grew up hating Batman, of course, but that hatred grew even more once Astrid found footage of her fateful birthday. From that point on, she trained herself into a skilled fighter, started a cult called the Knights of the Sun, and went after the one who threw said cursed Batarang, eventually calling herself the Arkham Knight.
Number 1. Jace. Tim Fox is the brother to Luke, Tam, and Tiffany Fox, as well as the son of Lucius and Tanya Fox. Tim is a new character in the sense that he's been reinvented and reintroduced in the Prime Earth continuity, first appearing in the current run of Batman's issue 101 in 2020. But He also has been around in the New Earth continuity since 1979, so new but also old. However, in the previous continuity he would be introduced and then seemingly forgotten for a lengthy period of time before being brought back near the end of that continuity, making one more appearance right before New 52 came in and brought us the Prime Earth continuity. It would then take 9 more years before Tim would be remembered and brought back again in 2020, and we'd also learn as we peered into an alternate future in Future State that Tim now went by the name Jace and was seemingly destined to become the new Batman after Bruce, which makes him pretty important. If you want to learn more about how and why Jace became Batman, some recommended reading would be The Next Batman and Dark Detective from Future State. And if you want to watch him potentially become Batman or become more Batman-like, you can check out the Prime Earth continuity series, The Next Batman, Second Son, and the upcoming I Am Batman, which as of this reading is currently on issue number 0, but issue number 1 is coming soon. And those are both by John Ridley, so pretty cool reads, I think. What are some of your favorite new Batman characters?
Are there any new and amazing characters we have still yet to mention that you'd love to see, or I don't know, maybe a part 3?
Yeah. Which new Batman characters would you like to see get their own series? Let us know in the comments below.
And thank you so much for watching. This has been Top 10 Nerd. I'm your host Taylor McWaters.
And I'm your host Amanda McKnight. Till next time, you stay nerdy, YouTube.